Jugraj is looking absolutely dashing.
He was group captain, retired group captain from Air Force.
He likes to talk a lot, so that makes my job as a mentor easier.
बहसबाजी में मैं हार जाता हूँ, चाहे वो मेरे पापा हो चाहे नीरज सर हो.
Maybe about a few weeks back during one of our conversations is that he sketches very well. Jugraj is looking absolutely dashing.
Thank you, thank you.
So let's get started. I'll quickly introduce myself. So I'm Purva. I'm Claylab's co-founder and chief operating officer. ऐसे बोलते हैं ना कि जोड़ियां भगवान बनाते हैं. Claylab में जोड़ियां मैं बनाती हूँ. So I'm very excited for this space because I finally get to talk to all these pairs जो जोड़ियां मैंने बनाई और अच्छी चली. And one of such pairs is with us today, as you can see. That is Neeraj and Jugraj. There's a little twist I don't want you to introduce. I want Jugraj to introduce Neeraj and Neeraj to introduce Jugraj. So let's do that. Jugraj, first you.
Okay, great.
Okay. Yeah, he's my great and fantastic mentor, and I am glad I got mentor like Neeraj sir. पूरा नाम नीरज प्रांजपे. His full name is Neeraj V. Pranjpe sir, and he was group captain, retired group captain from Air Force. Yeah, like journey with him was really fantastic, and he is very polite.
Awesome. Neeraj, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Jugraj, so much for the nice words. I hope I really deserve that. Well, as far as my mentee Jugraj Singh is concerned, well, I couldn't have asked for a better mentee than him because, we match each other perfectly. I generally don't like to talk much, and he likes to talk a lot, so that makes my job as a mentor easier. He's class 12 student of physics, chemistry, maths from Nanakata Public School in Uttarakhand. And he aspires to be an army officer, and probably that's why he selected me as his mentor.
Lovely, awesome. Neeraj, you've been like a very important part of Claylab, and I think I leave no chance to tell you how important you are and how much this means to me. So just going to use this chance as well. So I want to actually take you back down the memory lane and ask, why did you even consider volunteering, and that too volunteering for a mentorship program?
It was not a conscious decision ever. I obviously did not know about Claylab at all because I was serving with the Indian Air Force till as recently as July 23. So, doing anything of this kind was nowhere on my horizon. I have always been interested in teaching, and even within my previous organization, I have spent around 10 years, teaching and training people. I like to be connected with young people, and the best way to remain connected with young people is to be a teacher, I think. And I wanted to try out something new, something different from what I have been doing till then. And so, yeah, that's what motivated me to join Claylab as a mentor.
Awesome. One more follow-up question. So it's not like you stepped into this role very young. You were already very experienced. And now you have had a lot of experience at Claylab. So this is connecting to both of these things. And how has this role actually impacted your life on a personal and professional level? Do you see any changes in yourself after being a volunteer or a mentor?
Yeah, I mean, I have had enough experience of professional life for more than 30 plus years, but then that role, that job was a totally different kind of a job, demanding different kind of commitment. And whereas the mentorship program, it kind of adds a good amount of responsibility, additional responsibility a teacher has. Any kind of teacher, mentor, he or she always has that responsibility because we are in a way as mentor, responsible for instilling the correct ideas, the good values, ethics, correct information, sharing of correct information, and somewhere we are, responsible for nurturing the young minds. So that is a very huge responsibility that is on the shoulders of anyone who is in the business of teaching or mentoring. So yes, I did feel that responsibility immediately. How it has impacted me in my professional and personal life is well, it's very difficult to quantify that. But yes, I think it has made me more patient. Because there is a difference when you are teaching someone face to face in offline mode that generally we are used to. It's a different thing, and doing a session online. And frankly speaking, Jugraj and me, we have not done a video sessions yet. We have been on audio through and through. I mean, we never considered video. I don't know any reason why we did not do that, but both of us found it comfortable to be on audio. So connecting on just through audio is a challenge when you are not actually seeing the person in front of you on the other side. So yeah, a lot of patience. Maybe subconsciously somewhere my communication skills also must have undergone change. I have not really analyzed that, but I'm sure my verbal communication skills or listening skills also would have been impacted in some way or the other. So yeah, these are the immediate changes which I can relate to.
That's lovely. I'm going to move the question to Jugraj. आपने अपने लाइफ में क्या चेंजेस देखे हैं since you've had a mentor and it's been almost 6 months now? So in your everyday life, in your academics, anywhere where you feel like now that I have a mentor, things are different for me.
When you came first in our school, like, and guess what we are doing? Like, हम enjoy कर रहे थे स्कूल में, ठीक है. So आप आए, सर ने बोला कि चलो कोई सेशन होने वाला है आपका, फ्री पीरियड था. सो मी एंड माई फ्रेंड लाइक, अरे भाई अब कौन सा सेशन हो रहा है, ठीक है. अब कौन से सेशन हो रहे हैं. एंड पूर्वा दी आई इस समय और मुझे क्ले लैब को इंट्रोड्यूस किया, है ना. सो आई वॉज वेरी सरप्राइज कि मतलब कि ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन भी हैं क्ले लैब जैसे, और वहां से मुझे क्ले लैब के बारे पता लगा. दीदी ने बोला कि फीस क्या है, यू हैव टू गिव 2 hours ऑफ द वीक. मैंने कहा चलो कर लेते हैं. सो मैंने भी ज्वाइन कर लिया क्ले लैब. जब मैंने मतलब कि पहली हमारा जो सेशन हुआ था मेरा नीरज सर के साथ, सो लिटरली ही इज सो लाइक साउंड यंग. मतलब कि उन्होंने लाइक बहुत यंग साउंड करते हैं. मुझे लगा कि होंगे कोई 32 साल के, 30 साल के, अभी शादी भी नहीं हुई होगी, जॉब में होंगे, है ना. तो मुझे वैसे लगे. फिर उन्होंने बताया अरे ये तो बहुत बड़े ठीक है, इन्होंने ये तो बहुत मतलब कि बड़े हैं. फिर मैंने कहा हाँ चलो, अब भैया नहीं, अब इनको सर बुलाऊंगा. ठीक है, क्योंकि मतलब कि है ना, रिस्पेक्ट करनी चाहिए. जो चेंजेस मुझे अपने आप में लगते हैं कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं इतने अदर एक्टिविटी में इतना मतलब इन्वॉल्व नहीं रहा हूँ, थोड़ा अपना स्कूल के में रहा हूँ. बट आफ्टर दिस मुझे लगता है कि मतलब कि जैसे असाइनमेंट वगैरह मिलते हैं या मैं बात करता हूँ, मैंने अपनी बात जो है किसी से व्यक्त करना जो है मैंने सीखी है ना, अच्छी तरह. और हाँ, जो सेकंड मॉड्यूल था ना, लिटरली दैट वाज रियली फैंटास्टिक एंड आई थिंक आई फील यूजफुल. और मुझे बहुत फायदा हुआ उस जो करियर अवेयरनेस वाला मॉड्यूल था. मतलब कि बहुत सारी ऐसे चीजें थी जो मुझे नहीं पता थी और नाउ मुझे पता है अब उसके बारे.
नीरज, आप दोनों का पेयर है. इनफैक्ट यू आर अ सुपर मेंटर. एवरीबडी looks up to you as somebody who's very disciplined, and I think it comes with your background. So I'm going to move that question to your mentorship journey कि आप लोगों ने आपस में कैसे अपने expectations set किए? Is there discipline over there also? How do you guys manage that entire thing? Because it can become a lot. Every week बात करना, every week एक task करना. We see a lot of pairs struggle. So how do you both stay disciplined over there, and how did you do your expectation setting?
Well, a very good question, because yes, as a super mentor who is managing about 28 to 30 mentor-mentee pairs also, I do see a lot of back and forth communication going on between the mentor and mentee just to decide on the time and day where they will have that interaction, weekly interaction. Luckily for me, I did not face that problem with Jugraj, because I give that credit purely to luck, because Jugraj is also as disciplined as I am or I expect one to be. So that's pure stroke of luck that we are on the same wavelength as far as keeping time is concerned, or respecting each other's time is, because ultimately it comes I remember during our first call in April when we started off our journey together. So both of us, we decided that we must respect each other's time, because as a student of class 12, he would be busy doing a lot of things, studies, school activities, and so on and so forth, which I may not be aware of 100%. Similarly, like I was also doing working that time, so my schedules and all he wouldn't have known. So we decided that it's very important for both of us to respect each other's time, and so different people adopt different strategies. We decided that we will start off by fixing a particular day and time every week. So if it is, let us say, Friday 8 o'clock, so every Friday, every week, Friday 8 o'clock would be our time. And if at all there is any change or any requirement that comes up on his side or my side, and we'll keep each other posted in advance, so that we can plan an alternate activity in our lives.
But I'm thinking of the opposite scenario now कि I'm sure कभी ना कभी तो लड़ाइयाँ हर जगह होती हैं and disagreements हर जगह होते हैं. So I actually want to ask you that has there, I know लड़ाई होने का scope Claylab में कम है in the work that we do, so not the right word, but कभी ऐसा हुआ कि हम इतने सारे open-ended discussions करते हैं, conversations करते हैं, where you both reached a point where you don't agree on a certain thing? It can be a topic, it can be something, and how did you address that if it has ever happened?
I don't think we ever had any situation of conflict jahan we had to end a call on a disagreement or open-ended, as you said. But yeah, I mean, yes, from my side, I can tell that yes, there have been times when Jugraj may not have responded as per my expectations, especially in terms of assignments. But well, that's okay. I mean, it's not. I don't think that is such a serious thing, because I understand. All of us have also gone through that stage of 11th and 12th, and we understand what kind of pressure that puts on a student in terms of stress, as well as in terms of the time availability, etc. So that is what experience gives you the benefit. You have the benefit of experience.
Thank you so much. I'm going to actually talk more about the part you said कि कभी-कभी हम अपने mentee से कुछ expect करते हैं, but वो वैसा नहीं behave करते हैं, and just because we expected them to behave a certain way. I think thank you for saying that, because a lot of people will be watching this. They are mentors whose mentees don't respond the way they want them to respond, and it's very important to understand that it's not about making them work the way you wish they should work. It's a very independent program. Every pair works differently, and I love the level of empathy and maturity you showed over here to understand that there are different reasons, and it's not just he doesn't like me or he doesn't have time for me. There are, of course, bigger things at stake that Jugraj is prioritizing those over something like this. So I think trusting our mentees, treating them as people who have their own responsibilities and priorities is very, very important. We always sometimes think of ourselves as bigger than them, not just in age, but more responsible, busier, and all these things. But honestly, I think all my kids are today busier than me. But yeah, I fully agree. Thank you for saying that. Question for Jugraj. I want to hear from you. What is the most special or fun memory you have of you both together? कोई fun activity की, कोई joke, कोई एक किस्सा जो सबसे ज़्यादा like if I ask you सबसे funny या सबसे मज़ेदार आप दोनों का कौन सा call था? Which one would it be?
Like सबसे मज़ेदार अप्रैल की first call is the like one of the most enjoyable and funny, या जो भी कह सकते हैं ना, वो call बहुत था कि मैं बहुत एक्साइटेड था कैसे होंगे मेरे भैया, है ना, पहले भैया कैसे होंगे मेरे भैया, या मेरे कैसे होंगे मेंटर, है ना. सो जब कॉल हुआ थोड़ा नर्वस भी था, है ना, कि पहली बार ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से काम कर रहा हूँ, है ना. सो बात हुई, बहुत पहले तो पता लगा, है ना, वही 52 साल के. सो ये भी था, और मतलब कि हाँ, पहले ही कॉल तो मुझे बहुत मजेदार लगा. मैं तो बड़ा खुश रहा उस पूरी रात को, ठीक है. एंड उस रात को ये भी हुआ कि लाइक मेरे डैड को लगा कि मैं किसी हैकर से बात कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, स्कैमर से. कि मुझे कोई स्कैम करने लगा है. तो मेरे पापा ने डांटा, भाई ये क्या कर रहा है तू, है, व्हाट आर यू डूइंग मैन. सो हाँ, फिर मैंने उनको समझाया. मेरी मम्मी को पता था, पर मेरे डैडी बाहर गए थे किसी काम से, तो उनको नहीं पता था. सो then I just tell them कि there was an organization I just joined, Claylab, and like okay, yeah, you can go.
So Neeraj, has there been a time where Jugraj knowingly, unknowingly has taught you something, or maybe you were having a tough time and he was there for you? Any such moment or memory or anything in that direction?
I really have to scratch my gray cells. As I said, I always want to be amongst young people because it's the energy, the vibe as they call it these days. That is very important for me. And whenever I speak with Jugraj on whatever topics we are covering, uh, although we are not face to face and there is no physical connection, but through the telecom lines, I do feel that vibe and his laughter and his energy, tremendous energy this boy has got. Uh, so yeah, I do get that vibe. And learning, yeah, I guess that is one learning that when I was in 12th, I was not so jovial, I must admit that, because I was under constant pressure of studies and things like that. And I have seen other, class 11, 12, especially science students who are never smiling in those 2 years. So Jugraj actually is a breath of fresh air for me, that in spite of being a grade 12 science student, he is, at least to me, he seems to be absolutely stress free and tension free. And that is something I would like to learn. I have not learned yet, but that is something I would like to learn. I'm sure he is having a lot of stress. I'm very sure he is having a lot of stress thinking about his future, which is not certain as of now. Thinking about the exams that are going to come up, thinking about the syllabus that he is lagging behind, and all that stuff. Uh, but in spite of those stress and pressures, how to keep yourself alive, that is something in my 52 years of life I am yet to figure out. That is one thing I would like to imbibe or learn from him.
Lovely. Since we're talking such good things about Neeraj, do you think he has a hidden talent? This YouTube video could be his moment of fame, and we could
Oh
expose
yes, oh yes. He's got talent. Whether it is hidden or not, I'm not sure. But he definitely has got talent. One talent, rather two talents I can that I am aware of and I can share is one is music. He is, I think, deep into music, and he does some kind of mixing or programming. I mean, these terminologies are beyond my understanding and comprehension. But he keeps on posting on Instagram. I think he's got a YouTube channel of his own where he keeps on posting. So, existing songs, he does some mixing or something of that sort. And second talent, which I discovered maybe about a few weeks back during one of our conversations, is that he sketches very well. His sketches very well. I didn't know that, and he did not tell me for good about 2 odd months, about 3-4 weeks back, when we were discussing his career choices. That is the time this came up, and then he shared few of his sketches with me. He sketches very well.
I really hope, Jugraj, आप ये दोनों interest को pursue करो. Jugraj, if I ask you the same question, what is Neeraj Bhaiya's hidden talent? Something that maybe you know, but we don't know. What is he good at?
Okay, hidden talent. मुझे भी लग रहा है ग्रे सेल अपने खुजलाने पड़ेंगे. सीक्रेट टैलेंट तो एक टैलेंट तो सबको पता है कि मतलब जिनके साथ भी रहते हैं वहां पर अच्छा माहौल बना रहता है ना.
What I know is that Neeraj Bhaiya sings really well. एक आध एलसी में हमने साथ में कुछ तो किया था, and I know Neeraj Bhaiya sang. तब से I remember.
Oh my God, the secret is out.
Yes, I'm sure there are more, and we will not stop until we figure out all of them. It was really lovely chatting with all of you. Jugraj, if अगर आपको अपने YouTuber style में इस episode को close करना है and अपनी audience को बोलना है कि stay tuned for the next one, I hope आपको मजा आया, तो how will you do it? Over to you.
So thank you for watching this interview, and I hope you enjoy this interview and learn from this interview या session. And आप इतने एंड तक आए हो तो भाई लाइक तो कर ही देना है ना, सब्सक्राइब भी कर देना. बहुत सारी चीजें और बहुत सारे कंटेंट आपको सीखने को मिलेंगे. Stay tuned. Thank you.